Tiffany and Brad here with Years of Years, and it's This Day in Disney for April 12th.
April 12th.
Yes.
You've come back, even after our first live stream. So glad you're still with us.
Thank you. You guys are so great. We love your comments and your support, and yeah, it's good to talk to you guys. But today we get to celebrate. I put my ears on because it's an exciting day, because on this day, on April 12th, back in 1992, the Euro Disney Resort opened, featuring the Euro Disneyland Park.
There you go.
Yay! So
the name changes since then.
It opened in Cheyenne, France. Right there, it's like east of Paris, but it's close to everything from what I've been researching and learned and heard from people. So the inaugural ceremonies are broadcast to the entire continent by 5 national networks.
Wow.
And although they're expecting 500...
What year was this again?
92.
92.
1992.
Okay, understood.
Do you remember?
No.
I know what I was doing, and
yeah, I'm just
92.
thinking about how cable was operating at the time. And, you know, just the technology. So
Yeah, for sure.
I can see them doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So they're expecting 500,000 people. They warned people that it was going to be a huge turnout, not to go on the roads. They were just warning everyone about this. So there wasn't 500,000, there was 50,000. Whoa, but there was more to why that was. Actually, protests from French people who fear their culture will be damaged by Euro Disney. Power cables were vandalized by some French citizens, which caused blackouts and the road signs to Disneyland on the motorway. So there you go. And I mean, you know, like, the French are revolutionists. They've done this for many centuries.
Many would disagree with that, but yes, their history says such. Many believe that they wave, yes, but since his time, many believe that they advocate for peace quicker than other nations. They do,
but I mean, even when we were younger, the French people would protest many things that
so they have
think were
they have
safe
the progressive
or right.
revolutionary heart. Okay, gotcha.
Right, they're always trying to protect their country and their freedom and all those good and wonderful things.
Okay, there you go.
So they protested Disney.
They wanted to protect their country from Disney.
That's right. Well, they didn't want it to become, you know, like, influence their country to change and become commercialized like America was to them, and that's how they saw America.
Yeah. Maybe they envisioned it like kind of a Vegas kind of thing, not in culture, but in impact economically and stuff like that. So yeah.
But what's really nice about at least the Disney company, and at least especially now, and I mean, I don't know how happy or not happy they are, to be honest, with the Disney company being in Cheyenne, France, and how it's affected things. But I know other countries and other people have been happy. Like, I know the people of Hawaii are very happy with what happened with Alani and the time and effort that Imagineers took to respect their culture. And so
maybe that was part of the growing pains of, you know,
maybe so.
Euro. Maybe that was some of the growing pains of Shanghai. You know, they were able to,
I don't know,
you know, handle the situation with Hawaii in a very good way.
Tokyo Disneyland had already opened in '84, and that had been very successful, and they worked with the government of Tokyo to open Tokyo. So I just think that I really do, I hope this isn't offensive to anyone, but I just think it's part of their culture to...
She's a big Les Mis fan, if you can't tell. Big Les Mis fan.
I like Victor Hugo, and many French people love Victor Hugo, I've been told. So good for you. And we'd love to go to France, but obviously not right now. It's not open at the moment. But let's talk about all the amazing, awesome things that opened that day. I mean, reading about it and reading about all the things that open that day, I'm excited about their parks and what they have there. I already know about a lot of those things. They have the castle, and then they have like a dragon under the castle. The big thing
for me. That's on my list. That's on my bucket list.
Absolutely. But then their space mountain is different than ours.
Yes, much more steampunk. You know what I mean.
Yeah, but so they had the Disneyland park, so that opened, and then they had the Walt Disney Studios park as well that opened. So that has more like a Hollywood Studios, California Adventure feel. What I'm most excited about, of course, we know about the park, and we know that it has the beautiful castle and then the dragon underneath, and we've known that, and we want to see that as soon as possible. And it has that Indiana Jones ride, roller coaster.
But the dragon's my bucket list.
Yes. That's your bucket list for sure. But the resorts were really interesting. It has a Disney's Davy Crockett Resort, which is like campgrounds. Well, like cabins. It's like the wilderness cabins over.
The wilderness lodge.
Not the lodge. No. The campground.
Oh, okay.
The cabin area.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. So I looked into it. I don't think there's actual camping though. It's all cabins, but still really fun and really cool. And then it has the Village Nature Paris, which has more nature trails, and each room was decorated differently. It was really interesting. But if you stay there, it's kind of like a partner hotel maybe, because you have to pay for transportation to the park. And then of course the Disneyland Hotel, which is that hotel that's literally over the entryway of Disneyland Paris.
Okay. So
you're there. It's like you're staying at Cinderella's castle. So that's definitely on my bucket list. It's decorated very similar to, you know, the Floridian, California, and, well, no, not the California one, the Grand Floridian in Florida.
Okay.
Yes, so just, it does have that grandma feel a little bit, but in a good way. Yeah, for sure.
Victorian.
For sure. Well, but then they have many more. I didn't even realize. They have the Newport Bay Club, which is kind of like the beach club and the boardwalk combined, and it has a lighthouse, and it's on a lake, and it's crescent shaped. And then they also have the Disney Sequoia,
which our boardwalk and beach club can be considered somewhat joined. I mean, they're joined by the pier, and they have a relationship and share restaurants and everything. Yeah,
the Sequoia Lodge is like the Wilderness Lodge.
Okay.
So the Sequoia is really interesting, and
so this is a lot of land.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, you can see why the residents and citizenry was concerned. I mean, that's a lot of land.
Yeah. Then they have the Cheyenne Hotel, and then they have the Santa Fe. So those two are, the Santa Fe is kind of like Santa Fe, New Mexico style. And then the Cheyenne one is like the Old West. I showed you pictures of that one because I thought that was really cool. So I just want to stay in these hotels. They seem so neat and fun, and really the Cheyenne one was immersive, like in the way that I want resorts to be immersive. So I did like that. Yeah. Yeah. So
definitely on your list. You know, I mean, I definitely want to go there. I want to go there for many reasons, and the dragon, but your enthusiasm of it makes me want to go there more, for sure.
Right, and eat croissants, lots of croissants.
There you go.
Yeah, but they have, so the rides they have over there, the Big Thunder Mountain, the Indiana Jones, like we said, and the Temple of Peril, which didn't open right away. That one came in '93. And then they have Casey Jr. Train. Then they have the Euro Disney Railroad going like around like all
So they have
Disney
a child's train, or youth train, and a adult train?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Casey Jr.
Kind of like
used
Autotopia
to be,
and Autotopia Jr.
There used to be a Casey Jr. over at Disneyland too. Yeah, yeah. So then they have Hyperspace Mountain. Well, that sounds fun.
Always.
Yep. Then RC Racer, Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, Crush's Coaster, which I have seen this and I've thought that would be really fun to try out, Crush's Coaster. And then they have, this isn't open yet, but Stark's Test IA Coaster.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's an Avenger coaster.
Tony Stark's coaster.
Yes. Buzz Lightyear, Laser Blast, and then Phantom Manor. That, oh my goodness, I cannot wait.
Instead of the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, but it's a totally different story. So that's so cool. Really, really exciting. Then so much more. They, they have like the fire trucks and things like that we have on Main Street, and very similar things to all the Disneylands. But it has that, European Parisian twist. And of course, all the different food to try.
Indeed.
So I've heard people enjoy the food, and then I've heard people say they didn't like the food. I think we would like the food.
Yes.
That would be fun.
Certainly.
Yeah, so.
I love the food in Epcot, meaning France Epcot.
Oh, yeah,
it's
for
one
sure.
of our favorite stops all the time.
Yeah, but this would be definitely a fun place to visit, and we're hoping to. Oh, and they have Ratatouille, which hopefully we'll get to be riding in October.
There you go.
Yeah, well, we will, but as long as everything goes well. But yeah, Disneyland Paris. I know some of you guys who watch this have been there. Tell us more about, the park, or tell us about opening day if you want to go.
What is it like to have Disneyland Paris be your closest park, your home park?
Do you
so
like
many of
it?
you in the UK and Europe, that is your park.
I know people have complained that there's more walkthroughs than rides. And do you like it as much as other Disney parks? Or how does it, do you love it? Is it your favorite? So tell us about it in the comments. And thanks for following along, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!